Hello, my precious wandering souls. Welcome back to Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit. I won't stop saying it, it's such a freaking long name. Last episode, we started case 2, and there's been a murder inside of the prison. The victim is the guy from the last case, and we need to find out what happened. We still have no idea. So let's continue. Oh yeah, and there's a bunch of animals. Oh, what? Game? Okay. March 28, 9:45 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible, the way those two treated you. Oh yeah, we met Judge Gavel, and I refuse to call him Eustace Winner, okay? His name is Sebastian. Now, let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. The committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties. Oh yeah, I'm off the case. And replaced by Prosecutor De Best. Here ends the verdict. Judge Cabell and Mr. De Best certainly didn't mince their words. But that's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did. And what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good. Mr. Edgeworth, are you listening to me? No. Yes, of course. So, this is it? You're giving up on the Bronco Knight case? No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to tacitly accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. And we lost Gumshoe too! Yes? What is it, detective?
I got some bad news, sir! We're down at the prison desk. They just arrested somebody for Knight's murder.
Oh? What? Do you know who it is?
No, but I heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you could go talk to whoever it is.
Good idea! Let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth. Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Alright, we're on our way.
Me too! I'll see you there, sir!
But won't you be missed, detective?
Nah, everyone's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway.
Good. Then we'll see you shortly.
Yes, sir!
Okay! Come on, Kay. Let's go. You got it! Who is the suspect? March 28, 10:23 a.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Still no sign of them, huh? Indeed. Wait! This is just like last time! Oh no. Did the suspect get killed? Please, don't tempt fate like that. No, I can't. I just can't.
Sure you can. I told you. It's just a pair of visitors.
Who? Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us. Oh, okay. I cannot remember this character. No. Just stop with them, please. But one of them's a prosecutor, right? Aren't they all super scary? All they do is stare at you, right into your soul. Ah, you must be the suspect in the... See? I told you! What the... Okay, why is this man so flustered? Probably because you're being you, but I guess that's just how you are. Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing. Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay in there? We just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right? Who are you? I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. It's just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my real job, though. Funny, I don't recall ever employing you. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. Oh, please. Really? I don't know why this guy gives me Drawn the Light vibes. I don't know why. Really? 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 It's going to be so difficult to talk to you. Anyway, can you first please tell us your name? It's... Oh, okay, the pun is still kinda there. I think his name in the in an unofficial version was Simon something? Simon Keys, I think? It's going to take some time to get used to it. Simeon Saint. Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, I would like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Please, Simeon, we're trying to help you, I promise. Really? Thanks to Kay, it sounds like we might finally get some answers at least. Okay, Simon Saint. It feels weird. I feel like I want to call him by his old name, but... Okay, tell me about yourself. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little about yourself. About yourself. Me? Why would anyone want to know anything about me? I'm boring. I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. Do you have a job? Oh, well, it's not... It's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher, just like everybody else, honest. This is going to take a while. Yeah. Relation to Knight. About you and Mr. Knight. And just when I thought we were making progress. Okay. So, Simeon, did you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me. Bronco? Yeah, I knew him. We were friends. Interesting. I wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested. And, did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Yeah, I even came to visit him. He came to see Knight. I wonder when that would have been. Is Kay reading my mind? And when was that, Simeon? It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime. I came as soon as I got the call from the cops. Are you his emergency contact? The police called him. Why? How come the police called you? They say Bronco asked them to. That he needed a favor. A favor? He wanted me to bring him his chess set. The pocket-sized one. Oh, we have that. This thing. Oh, maybe I have to show this to him. So I went by his place and then I came here. A chess set. Yep. A chess set? We have it. Is it just me, or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts? It's the power of the assistant. You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, I'm not a mind reader. I'm just an expression reader. Amazing, right? Don't you just love having a sidekick as helpful as me? And have you read what my next movie is going to be? Showing him the chessboard? Yes. I sure have. There's something you want to show Simeon. Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it. Okie dokie, this thing. Uh-huh. So, this chess set. Oh, that's the one I brought for Bronco. Uh-huh. Well, that settles that at least. So, again, why did they call you? Like, just because of a favor? Where? Oh! Fully chess with a piece inside. It belonged to Knight and was brought to him at his request by Saint. Huh. We, found it next to Mr. Knight. He always had to have a chessboard somewhere nearby. I am not surprised he had it with him when he... Simeon, you and Mr. Knight, you were very close, weren't you? Yeah, we were best friends. At least, I thought we were. Huh? But I guess I was wrong about that. What do you mean? If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find out he had killed someone? It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. Surely you know a lot about that, Edgeworth. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed. How could it all end like this? I could never have imagined something so awful. Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight. Yes, he certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. Then again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. But if... assuming he's the killer, like, why... Was he in the prison? Because Knight's body was inside. No, there's no way that he was killed outside of the prison, right? I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. A reason for arrest? Why were you arrested, Mr. Saint? I just don't get it. Why won't he talk to me? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Wow, he answered you, Mr. Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore. Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops burst into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. These policemen. Was there a prosecutor with them? Yes, some kid came named the Vest or something. The rookie. I thought as much. So, did I interrogate you yet? What? I'm going to be interrogated by the cops? Well, yeah. I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now. No. Won't the detective shout at me and threaten me and... Oh, you're even worse than Run the Light. There are always these hulking guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to...
Detective Green Gumshoe reporting for duty.
Ah, not the best moment, Gumshoe. Ah, see? I told you. Ah, Gumshoe. Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me with those huge arms. No, please, I'm calling the cops. He is a cop? She's like, what the hell?
What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, nothing, detective. You're just being you. I guess it's how you are. Hey!
I don't get it, sir.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, Simeon, I don't know how to say that, is clearly innocent. So, there's gonna be something we can do for him, isn't there? Okay, I'm not a defense attorney. Mr. Saint. Yes? You were Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. You had nothing at all to do with his murder. Is my understanding correct? Yes, I didn't kill anybody. Very well, then I will choose to believe you, and I will do all that I can to assist you. Huh? But why would you help a nobody like me? Let's just say that I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. That's right, it's payback time! We'll show those two whose investigation reigns supreme.
Oh yeah, now we're cooking!
Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited, and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand. Which means you, Mr. Saint, your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can help one another out, shall we?
Oh, I just thought of something! Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? Then you could represent our pal here.
I was going to say, like, that wouldn't work, but it would work. Now's not the time for jokes, Gummy.
It's not a joke, it already happened!
I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor. He couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it.
He already did that too! But I wasn't kidding. I just thought helping suspects, that's what a defense attorney does, you know?
Yes, but he's a prosecutor attorney, not a defense attorney. Sure, but we can do that too. In our own Edgeworth game. In our own Edgeworth way. The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in the end. Yep. So come on, let's get to work.
Yes, ma'am!
Uh-huh. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. But you needn't worry. I believe you, or at least I have decided to try. For now. Just hold tight and try to believe us in return, if nothing else. It might help you to feel a little less alone. Now, if you'll excuse me. Bye. Okay. What now? March 28, 11:22 AM, detention center, corridor. So, we took a good game in there. But we can't even get back inside the main prison to see the scene of the crime.
Maybe defending the guy in court is our best bet after all.
Gumshoe, I am a prosecutor, not a defense attorney. Gummy can defend for his life, remember? Well, who do we have here? Huh? Oh, well, who do we have here? If it isn't Edgeworth and the gang, what are you cats doing here? I forgot if this was the voice I gave him.
Listen, Paul, if you've come to harass Mr. Edgeworth again, I'll...
Hey, easy there, Detective Flatbush Holmes. I'm here to work. Work? What, you're here to defend somebody? Whoa, the K-Master nails it in one. Aren't you just the over-intelligence one of the bunch? Over-intelligence. Doesn't know how you use either of those words, Fender. Some may say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not a half-bad attorney. Which is why I've been summoned to the old Jolly for a meeting with a new client. The suspect is one Simon Sainsbury. That's not his name. You mean Simon Saint? Wow, that's freaky. You know more about my job than I do. That's not a good look on you. Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender's a defense attorney. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I don't think he wants to help, Kay. I fear I might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I managed to worm my way onto the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone's subordinate. Not an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I may have little choice. Fender, Hold it! Before you say another word, I just gotta point out the fine print. Eddie Fender doesn't take on associates. Oh. Say it ain't so, I hear you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety. Dude, stop! I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. But please, believe me when I say, I'm not the man I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor's spell.
You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edgeworth's a changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor, but he's not like that anymore.
I do have feelings, Detective. Gummy's right. Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor. He's a hero. Aww. He got me off the hook just last month. You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly. But he was. There's no other word for it. He was heroic, great thiefly even. No, maybe not that one, but... Please, Fender. Don't you think there's something odd about the way the comedy stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. I can't. Please, allow me to help you with this investigation. Well? Yeesh. A bow from the great Miles Edgeworth. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. So, enlighten me, if you will. What made the leopard change his spots? Well, I suppose I would have to say the courtroom itself. No, that's a lie. That was your boyfriend. I have experienced so many things and met so many people there within its four walls, including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Ah! It's the boyfriend! Well, I'll be. The old Jew would never have bared his soul like that. That was beautiful. You might have even surprised you know who, and you know how much that takes. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me.
Edgeworth and Co. law offices. Eddie Fender, senior partner.
Edgeworth and Co. Oh, I get a feeling that I know who, you know who. I know who that person is, and Ah, pain. Edgeworth?
That's right. Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth.
Gregory Edgeworth mentioned. Let's go. What? Your dad was a defense attorney? So, you know who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is...
The clever K-Master nails it in 1 year again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. Guess you all noticed I kept his name over the door, so to speak. Least I could do for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth. Miles. I'm going to level with you here. I don't trust you. Not fully, anyway. I can't just forget about all those years you spent licking Von Karma's boots, you know? Anyone can say they've changed. I'm going to need you to prove it. And besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted.
Wait, so... that would mean that Mr. Fender here met Miles when he was little, right? Because after what happened to Gregory, Miles moved in with Von Karma and supposedly was never seen again, at least for a long time. So, did Mr. Fender actually meet Miles as a little kid?
Very well, I accept.
Okay, then that's enough hardball for one day. Let's move on to the fun stuff. I hereby appoint you interim associate of Edgeworth & Co. Congrats, man.
I will try not to let you down.
Well, doesn't this bring a tear to the eye? The prodigal son coming on board at his late father's firm. Permission to come on board too, please, Mr. Fender.
You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew. Gumshoe?
Woohoo! Thanks, Captain!
Alright, I guess it's time to go to work. So, where to begin? Any bright ideas, Miles?
It's kind of weird to see someone call him Miles instead of Mr. Edgeworth.
Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted?
Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim.
Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body.
Just what I was thinking, eager associate. We do indeed.
Still the type to smile and nod, I see. That will certainly make my life easier, boss.
Now that that's decided, let's get going.
What about me?
Join us!
I'm a detective. I can just hop on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys.
He has a point. I can't leave him adrift on his own, now can I?
Private investigator, Gumshoe. Nice, you know, it would be nice to have a private investigator in our law firm.
Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. The Best. And if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, detective, and I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way.
You can count on me, sir. I'm a real pro when it comes to letting things slip to the fence.
Yes you are. Trust me, I know. But just this one. Those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship.
Go, Gumshoe, go!
Throw wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. Okay. March 28th, 11:50 AM, prison corridor. So, any idea how we track down whoever found the Bronxter's body, Miles? I think our best bet would be to simply ask around. Oh, don't you dare. I don't know who this is. Oh, new character. Who is this? Excuse me, but... Oh, my, just look at you. Are you talking to me? Just fabulously chic, darling, fabulously. Facial hair is so very current. I can speak French. Don't you think? Enchanté, mademoiselle, and much obliged. Defense attorney, a defender, at your service. Let's get things off the right foot, shall we? A little embrassé, perhaps? Oh, I like the sound of that. Finally! Someone on the same wavelength as him. Finally someone who accepts a hug. Right on the kisser. Well, how else does one greet a new friend, A little smooch is entirely de rigueur, don't you think? Wow, talk about stealing a kiss! Indeed, an act so shameless it puts even great thieves to shame. Physical contact is so very important as a form of expression for our little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much. Hey, if everyone else is hip to that, I can be hip to that too, sure. Fifi Langard, by the way, warden of this charming abode. I don't remember what her name was in the other version, so I'll just call her Miss Lagarde. Lagarde, of course. You may call me Fifi, of course. The little fox thing is extended arms as well. So she's the warden of the entire detention center and prison facility, is she? Pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. I am an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. I hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day, after all. Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? A meeting? Oh, heavens, no! I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. Please don't tell me I have to see the clown again. No. It was a simply spectacular event featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone who was anyone had to be there. If you were here at home, you were watching the show with me. The performers set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are one very lucky family, n'est-ce pas? So she was at this circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning. Mr. Carcerato mentioned that show yesterday as well. He must have been talking about the same thing. Huh. What time did this show take place? From around 8 until 10, maybe? Yes, something like that. Oh, the little thing is alive! Meaning it finished right around when the body was discovered. And by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Oh, would you look at the time? Sorry, darlings, but I really must dash. Feel free to explore our home. Mi casa, su casa, and all that. Ciao for now. Are you French? Are you Spanish? Are you Italian? Okay. Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth? The person who found the body screamed, and that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate and see where this information will take us next. If I remember correctly, it was this guy. Wait, but I want to check the animals first. Piggy! It's a mini pig, I believe. Though no for eating, I hope.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like being at the zoo.
Except it's the humans, not the animals, who live in captivity here.
No one would mind if I took one home with me, would they?
If by home you mean behind bars, then no, I suppose not. Monkey.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it's a monkey mountain.
Not something I ever expected to see in a prison, I must say.
Doesn't it look like fun?
Not in the least. And while we are on the subject, you are not, under any circumstances, to climb on that structure. Do I make myself clear?
But I have to show that monkey who's boss.
Please, Kay, you really don't.
Ah, Benoy!
Why is there a rabbit just... I nearly tripped over it.
Isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like... okay, it's the same.
I'm at home, you mean behind bars. Do you have a moment? We have a few questions for you.
The cat? Oh, who's a good girl? You are! You're just perfect! She really is! She's beautiful! Oh! Meow!
He's finally noticed me, I think. I was wondering...
What's her name? It's Waggy, ma'am. She's my little friend.
Yes, right, as you were then. What I need are answers, not colorful puns.
Oh, cute. Okay, and then... Polly! Polly, what did I do to you? Polly! Oh, I can't interact. Ah. Horse.
They even have ponies. This one's only big enough to carry a small child.
Isn't this great, Mr. Okay. The humans, the women in the home. Oh. So we talked to you, right?
About the person who found the body, do you happen to know where he is right now?
Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. Usually it's at this hour.
Uh-huh. Then it seems the workshops are our next port of call.
Okay. So we go here.
I can see the crime scene through the window in this door.
Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just show your whole face in front of a window like that. You have to do it more sneaky-like. Steal a few good looks while keeping a lookout for your enemies.
I'm not a criminal, Kay, so why should I have to behave like one?
Eesh, I was trying to teach you my special sneak peek technique.
Well, I have no need for any such technique. Thank you very much.
So if this is a crime scene, I guess this is the other door for the workshop. Hello? Anybody in there?
Nice try, kiddo, but this isn't a bathroom stall.
Yo, you there! Could you help us out here, my good man? Yes, sir! What can I do for you?
Is somebody using this workshop right now?
Yes, sir! One of the prisoners is in there. Just confirmed it myself during the noontime roll call.
We'd like to speak to this prisoner, if that's alright.
Sure, I'll go fetch him right now. Won't take a sec.
Okay.
Did you just moonwalk?
This one's all yours, Milesy boy. What? Why?
Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know, yeah? Huh, and I thought those were all supposed to be strong and brave.
Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now, so let's call it even. Here they come.
Ah! No! No! Not you! What is your boat ass doing here? I mean, yeah, we kinda sent him to prison, I guess, but I thought you had been executed!
Hello, yes, hello. I hear you wish to speak with me.
Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is he? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a public prosecutor.
A prosecutor, you say?
Hold it. A defender, attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Listen, sorry about my pal here. He gets the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor indeed. That'll be the day. She's actually just an associate. We are not supposed to say that we are a prosecutor. Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Ugh, he's right. I mustn't forget that I am a defense attorney's assistant for the time being.
Ah, that explains it. I think you look a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday.
Sebastian, I guess. So he's already spoke to the best. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The name saw it. Frank saw it.
What a throwback. The witness is all yours, my young associate. Sure, have the intern do everything. Why not? Mr. Soet, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found?
Yes, I was in that workshop there, working, as one might expect.
What kind of work were you doing?
Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is. Yes, so I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can.
A pet stylist? Well, that's a far cry from what you were doing when you got arrested. Well, you were arrested for murder, so... An unusual field of study, befitting an unusual prison, I suppose. And that's it. I certainly didn't see anything. Interesting. I barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets. Oh, are we doing the chest thingy? Okay.
So, yes. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Sorry.
Hold it!
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Soet, for this interview has only just begun.
I mean, even if you were to ask me,
You know something, don't you?
That's...
He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers. Okay. Chess dimension! The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent. Oh! 3 of them!
I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid.
Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from his face. And I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. So...
Is he going to throw his hair like last time?
That would be funny. I'll have to rely solely on his words instead. That's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell. What's your connection to this incident? Tell me, what's your connection to this incident?
Which incident? The murder? Oh, well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing.
Really?
I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that.
Huh. Funny you say that.
Well, you see, how can I put this? I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen, a good person, if you will. Liar. A good person who's in a good person who is in prison? You sure? I didn't bite my time. I just thought it would be funny. Forgive me, Mr. Soviet, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. Boom. That's... We know you are not a good person. You killed someone. And you had the intention of stealing and you killed someone. So... So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident. How many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything, I swear. You seem angry, Mr. Soet? Bide my time. For now, at least. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. My apologies, Mr. Soet. But considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all. Oh, well, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll have to look elsewhere. Person who found the body, you say? By my time. The person who found the body, you say? Huh. Funny you say that. Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you. Is it because you do know something you're not telling me after all? Ah! No, I just sense that who you might be looking for, that's all. I could be looking for the killer. I am simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything, truly. There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his, and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Tell me about the day of the incident. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, so much happened. What were you doing? How were things in the prison by my time? What were you doing? Right. I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Soet, in detail. Boom! I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. And that's what I was doing yesterday. Training! Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident. I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but... Were they screaming? Were they laughing? Bide my time. Were they screaming? You heard someone. Was this someone screaming by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Soet. But I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember. The fact that he heard a scream at the time of the murder might well prove to be a useful clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. Tell me about the day of the incident. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, so much happened, How were things in the prison? Huh. What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning? Boom.
I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid.
Time to deploy my clue.
You said you heard a scream.
You don't remember. Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream. Boom.
Oh, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is, I really don't remember.
Your memory fails you yet again? How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Soet.
How dare you talk to me like... I'm not lying.
Temper, buy my time.
Look, if you must know, when I'm working with animals and I get into the zone, they're all I see.
Am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming then?
Well, my scissor technique could use a little work, but I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared.
Huh. Scared. And when exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen very often.
Well, that's... No, thankfully it doesn't.
Did you give them a fright? A scream would certainly frighten them.
A scream would certainly frighten them.
A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it you're hiding, Mr. Soet? Tell me.
I can assure you, I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I did really hear somebody scream. But I'm not hiding anything, I promise.
The mask is finally beginning to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Soet. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. When did you hear the scream? Who did you hear scream? When? When did you hear this scream?
Oh, wait, now I remember. You said the exact same thing in the other trial. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning.
So now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show. You do realize that goes completely against everything you've told me so far.
And what are you gonna do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say.
Enough with that phony smile. When someone seems to be hoping mad. No. Buy my time. I think.
The animal show really had to be seen to be believed.
It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see?
Let me think. A whale? A whale? Huh?
Yes, I didn't just write this whale. You weren't actually at the show, were you? Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you?
Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't.
It's clear Mr. Soet wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. When did you hear the scream? Who did you hear screaming? Who? Who screamed? Who did you hear screaming?
Wait, I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard, yes. So, I didn't hear anyone screaming, no one at all.
Time to deploy my clue.
You weren't at any show!
How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show. The game's up, Mr. Soet. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream, now.
I can tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found the body.
You're so bad at lying. Fine then, we're done. Wait, it wasn't the victim who screamed? Wait, it wasn't the victim who screamed? How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then, why do you think it came from the person who found the body, huh?
Gah! I made a mistake, that's all.
How, Mr. Soet? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed? Because you were the one who found the body, because you are, because you're the victim. No, you're the one who found the body. Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you.
How did you? It's true, I admit it, but what gives you the right to treat people like this?
Checkmate.
I don't think he's the killer.
But Frank saw it again. Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Soet, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation.
Alright, you win. Well, I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time.
That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end.
Hold it! Except, that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it?
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth, we're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant.
What the K-Master said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know? A client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, your relationship with your client comes before everything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a back seat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some time, some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Soet, I am asking once more, what happened when you found the body? Oh, but this usually takes some time, and it's almost an hour already.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording because throat hurts. So, hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing, and I see you on the next episode. Bye bye.